you all feeling happy today? Yes or no? Yes? Okay. Are you all ready for our English class? How many of you feel bored of listening to all the online classes? Listening to English class, mathematics class, science class. Are you all feeling bored? No? Okay. I hope you're all ready for our today's class. And do you remember what we have seen in our previous classes? I've started a new lesson, new prose for you, which was written by Guy Maupassant. What is the title of the lesson we are learning now? Very good. An uncomfortable bed. What is the title? An uncomfortable. Who is the writer? Guy Maupassant. And in this story, till now we have seen that the narrator is in a confused mind. He feels afraid that his friends will mock him, or with practical jokes his friends will insult him. And because, why is he thinking so? Because so many times he was the victim of the practical jokes by his friends and his servants. So he feels afraid and he is thinking that he had a suspicion, a doubt. What is this doubt? He is thinking that my friends are planning to do something against me, and they will mock and they will bully me, and with their practical joke. This is the thought which is going in the mind of the narrator. And this narrator was welcomed by his friends warmly, and he was treated like a prince. And in his castle, his friends are there, his servants are there, our narrator is also there. And for the dinner, they're all cracking jokes, they're all laughing at each other, and our narrator keeps silent and he is eating his food. Why? Why is he not opening his mouth? Because if he opened his mouth and if he told anything, they will mock at him, right? And he is afraid of those practical jokes. What is meant by practical jokes? Cracking jokes or cornering or cracking jokes about a person and for creating some inferiority among others. That is practical joking. So practical joking, they are planning for tricks to make somebody as a foolish person. That is practical joking. So to avoid such a situation, our narrator is maintaining silence. He did not utter, he did not say even a single word. And in his mind, he has a doubt that all my friends are planning to do something against me. And now in the night time, he takes his own candle and he went inside his home, inside his castle or chamber, inside his bedroom. And there he is thinking that through the keyhole in the door, they might be watching me. Who might be watching the narrator? His friends. Because some whispering sound, some jiggling sound. Some of his friends are standing in front of his bedroom and they were chatting. And he could hear only the whispering sound. So, our narrator is thinking that surely my friends are planning to do something against me. And so, he checked everything inside his room, inside his chamber. He is checking the bed, he is checking the curtains, he is checking everything in his bedroom, and he could not find anything. And also there is no suspicion or there is no evidence for him to prove that his friends are planning against him. And so he feels afraid. How could I sleep there? How could I sleep on the bed? He is checking the bed and he could not find anything. He don't think that they are planning against him, but still he feels afraid. and he pulls away the curtains, and he took one chair and put it in the middle of his room, and he sat on the chair. He feels afraid of going to his bed or to sleep on his bed. This is what we have seen in our last class. Now let me tell you what happened next. Now our narrator is sitting on a chair by feeling afraid that somebody will do something, or they might be hiding there in his room. So these are the possibilities he is thinking in his mind. Maybe they are trying to plan. They are planning against me to make me as a foolish person. That is practical joking. And now he feels so afraid to sleep on his bed. So he pulled out the blankets and everything she needed to sleep. And he takes away all the blankets and everything. His pillows, maybe whatever it is on the bed. He takes everything and he kept everything on the floor to sleep. So he thinks that if I slept on the bed, something will happen. So it's better to sleep on the floor without the cot. Okay. So he is arranging everything. He is arranging the blankets, the cushions, the pillows, everything on the floor to sleep there on the floor. And also now he lies down on the sheet, on the blankets, but he could not sleep. Why? Why he could not sleep? It's almost midnight, but he is unable to sleep. Why? Because of fear. Something is going in his mind. Oh my God, my friends might have hiding there inside my room, or they might have put some bomb or anything. Anything will be there in my room, so I should be safe. I should be alert. Okay, so he is blinking in the night light, and he first light off the candles, and he is in the dark. In the dark he is sitting. He could not sleep there for more than 5 hours. And then he slept. Suddenly, what happened, do you know? He feels something, a hot liquid is on his face, on his body, neck, hands, everything. A hot liquid. And a heavy weight body is falling on himself. So he is lying on the floor, and something, a heavy body or a heavy object or something like that which is heavy is falling on him. And a hot liquid is flowing, and he feels the pain of the hot liquid. And he could also hear some cracking sounds or some broken sounds of teapots or some saucers, some things or some saucer or some cups, anything. Okay, some vessels, the sound of some vessels. So suddenly he wake up and he was shocked. Do you know why? Till now he was unable to sleep, and now he is about to sleep. But this time some hot liquid is there, and a heavy body is on the narrator, and he could see some broken piece or the broken sound or the sounds of some kitchen items or objects. Can you guess what it might be? Now let me tell you. He already took so many precautionary steps, right? He checked all the curtains there, he checked the bed, he checked his entire room. But he did not lock his door, his bedroom door. And that particular door was unlocked, and that's why his servant in the morning opened the door automatically because it was unlocked, and he takes his breakfast, teapot, kettle was there, teacup was there, and his morning breakfast was there, and the servant is taking everything. But Our narrator is lying on the floor next to the door. He is not lying on the bed, but he is lying on the floor nearby the door. And at once the servant opened the door. He was lying and by mistake his servant fell down on the narrator. So he carries with him breakfast, tea kettle, cups and everything, saucers, bowls, and by mistake he fell down and he falls down on the narrator, and that was the heavy body he could feel, the narrator. He could feel some hot liquid on his face and neck. That is the hot tea, and the heavy body he feels is his servant, and also these dishes, the bowls are broken there. So this is what happened in the morning, because he took so many precautionary steps, so many cautions, but the thing is he forgot to unlock the door, and that's why everything happened in the morning. Now because of this heavy sound, he also shouted, "Oh my God, what happened?" All his friends came and all his friends laughed at him, and that was the interlude. That was a comic scene or a joke or a humor which happened on that particular day morning itself. So our narrator feels ashamed. Oh my God, what did I do now? I mistaken my friends that they might have planned something against me. But I myself is a foolish person, and nobody tricked me or nobody do anything against me to make me as a foolish person. I myself makes myself as a foolish person. This is what the lesson, an uncomfortable bed. Is that clear, students? Shall we go into the lesson? I hope you all have understood the story now. Shall we read the text? And let's see what's there in the text. All of you take your textbook. Students, take page number 55. Take page number 55. Then I cautiously sat down. The armchair was solid. I did not venture to get into the bed. However, time was flying, and I ended by coming to the conclusion that I was ridiculous. If they were spying on me, as I supposed, they must, while waiting for the success of the joke they had been preparing for me, have been laughing enormously at my terror. Now, he is thinking that all my friends are ready to laugh at me already, and he is thinking that if they knew that I am feeling afraid inside my bedroom, that will be a big joke of the day. So, I made up my mind to go to bed. But the bed was particularly suspicious looking. I pulled all the curtains. They seemed to be secure. All the same, there was danger. I was going perhaps to receive a cold shower bath from overhead, and perhaps the moment I stretched myself out, I find myself sinking under the floor with my mattress. I searched in my memory for all the practical jokes of which I ever had experience. Now, he thinks that okay, I should not feel afraid, and if my friends came to know that I was feeling afraid in my room in the night time, they will laugh at me. So, okay, what should I do now? Now better let me take bath, and he take bath, and now he is ready to go to sleep. But still he feels, or it's an illusion. It's an illusion within himself that I myself is sinking within the mattress. So he is recalling practical jokes which his friends have made or trying to make this particular person are narrated to be a foolish man. So he is recalling all the practical jokes which are made on him to insult our narrator. And I did not want to be caught. And he is telling that now I am not ready to be a victim of the practical jokes. Oh, certainly not. Then I suddenly bethought myself of a precaution which I consider one of the extreme efficacy. What is meant by efficacy? The ability of something to produce the results that are wanted. Now he is not ready to be a victim of the practical jokes by his friends. So he is telling within himself that I should take some precautionary steps to avoid such a circumstance, such a situation in my life again. I should not be a victim again and again. Always my friends are making fun of me. Now I should not be the victim. I caught hold of the side of the mattress gingerly and very slowly drew it toward me. It came away, followed by the sheet and the rest of the bedclothes. So he is dragging the bedclothes and is ready to arranged it on the floor. I dragged all these objects into the very middle of the room, facing the entrance door. I made my bed over again the best I could, at some distance from the suspected bedstead, and the corner which I had filled me with such anxiety. Now he kept arrangement of his bed without cot on the floor, and it is in the middle of the room which is facing the entrance. Then I extinguished all the candles and groping my way, I slipped under the bedclothes. Now he hid himself under the bedclothes. For at least another hour I remained awake. Starting at the slightest sound, everything seemed quiet in the chatting. I fell asleep. Now, after an hour, there is a silence there in the castle. I must have been in a deep sleep for a long time, but all of a sudden I was awakened with a start by the fall of a heavy body tumbling right on top of my own body, and at the same time I received on my face, on my neck and on my chest a burning liquid, a hot liquid, which made me utter a howl of pain. He could feel a kind of pain because of the hottest liquid, and a dreadful noise as if a sideboard laden with plates and dishes had fallen down, penetrated my eyes. The dishes, the bowls, everything which are carried by the servant fall down. I felt myself suffocating under the weight that was crushing me and preventing me from moving. Why is he feeling suffocated? Because his servant was on his body, right? He fell down on our narrator, and that's why he is unable to breathe and he is unable to move here or there. I stretched out my hand to find out what was the nature of this object. I felt a face, a nose, a whiskers. Then, with all my strength, I launched out a blow over this face, but I immediately received a hail of cuffings, which made me jump straight out of the soaked sheets and rush in my nightshirt into the corridor, the door of which I found open. What is meant by cuffings? Cuffings means light blows with the fist or the open hand. Now, the time is morning time. Okay, it is not the night time. Now, it is morning. Oh, stupor! It was broad daylight. His friends are telling. The noise brought my friends hurrying into the apartment, and we found, sprawling over my improvised bed, the dismayed valet who, while bringing me my morning cup of tea, had tripped over this obstacle in the middle of the floor and fallen on his stomach, spilling in spite of himself my breakfast over my face. His valet, his servant, carries his breakfast along with his teapot, but he fell down, and now all this breakfast, coffee, everything spilled on the narrator. The precautions I had taken in closing the shutters and going to sleep in the middle of the room had only brought about the interlude I had been striving to avoid. So for the whole day he was trying to avoid an interlude. Interlude means temporary amusement. So he is trying to avoid an amusement. What is that? He should not find himself as a foolish person in front of his friends, but he himself make him as a foolish person. He took so many precautions. He checked everything there in the bedroom, but he forgot to close the door. Ah, how they all laughed that day. So now his friends did not plan anything against him, but he himself made him as a foolish person in front of his friends and also his servants. This is what in our life also, most of the time, we assume something beyond reality, and in our illusion, we will, or in our conscious mind, we will think about something which is not real, which is real, not real. And we will take so many things or so many precautionary steps to avoid such simple thing as we are thinking it as a huge mountain. The problem is a tiny dot, but we will assume that particular problem as a big mountain. And we may misunderstood others. We may misunderstood the character of others sometimes, and finally we ourselves will be the victim of our own action. This is what the writer guiding Maupassant is trying to convey to all his readers. Students, I hope you all have understood our today's class. See you all in the next class with another interesting topic. Until, take care and thank you.